Hello, this is a message for someone who feels like they need help. They need help with something personal, but they can't really accept that they need help, okay? So if this message is for you, you might have not really looked at the situation as you need help. It might even trigger you to think of it that way. But the truth of the reality is that you feel like you need some kind of extra support or assistance on some kind of delicate subject thing you're going through, and yet you feel like the very acknowledgement that help could be nice is almost a declaration of your own weakness and inadequacy. So it's a horrible feeling to even think of needing help in this subject for you. But the truth of the matter is you keep hitting walls and challenges that feel overwhelming and lonely, and they feel like you need, you keep feeling this sense of yearning and need for extra support and guidance. And I'm getting something about like another take on it. You feel like you need something, like maybe a different take on it than you had, but you don't feel like this is something that you want to discuss with anyone. You don't feel like this is something that you want to open up with anyone about, and you feel like just the very thought of doing that, it gives you like a feeling of cringe and like about yourself. Like you just don't want to be that person bringing this kind of thing up to anybody. The reason this is happening, it's interesting, kind of similar to the last message, is because you're looking at yourself too much through the eyes of the possible person that you might open up to. And the thing is, like, you're not even accurately doing that, okay? Because you're doing that from a place of self-consciousness and sort of imagining the worst of what that person could see you as. Also, you're truly unable to see yourself the way other people would see you because you have your own personal view on yourself. But either way, it's this perceived view of how you would be interpreted by others if you opened up in this way, and if you made yourself vulnerable this way and asked for assistance in this way and support, and if you leaned on people, on anyone in this fashion, you are imagining they look at you in a way that immediately weakens you just by default, to imagine someone looking at you that way. So it's affecting your self-concept negatively, just the way you're hyping yourself up, that your perceived identity would shift in the eyes of others if you were to open up about this. And what you're doing is basically you're building impossible walls to overcome to get the kind of human support and kindness that you need. Because what I'm getting is that whoever this message is for, you actually need kindness and receptivity more than you need help. You need someone to, what's that thing they say? Make space for you. Hold space. Hold space. It's a tricky fucking little saying that they say that is like, what does it even mean? Well, you need someone to just sort of hear you out, not judge you, and allow you to become aware and regulated as you're being witnessed by someone who can be kind to you, okay? And in that environment, you'll be able to arrive to solutions to your problems that you can't access while you're all caught up in your head without any outside person to work things through with, okay? And this is, this is one of the reasons people like therapy, because many times it's not until you talk about things that you can work through them and come to the solutions yourself. Not everyone works this way, but whoever I'm speaking to, whoever this message is for, you very much need that. And yet you feel right now that all your options, it's like your relationships are extremely strategic. Whoever this message is for, you feel, I guess, unsafe in most relationships. And so you feel like you have to be very strategic with everyone. And so it's not strategically smart in your mind to, expose yourself, make yourself vulnerable to just any given person. And like, you might be having trouble even coming up with someone who could be unconditionally kind and unconditionally understanding, that someone who could just, hold space for you and let you work through your things, and then let you work on them without overstepping or taking over the narrative, or talking about your business, or trying to force you in one direction or another. These are the kinds of things you expect to deal with if you were to open up about this with the people in your life. So this is what's keeping you locked in. It's keeping you locked in into a feedback loop of negativity where you can't see outside of yourself. What's that American saying? You can't see the forest for the trees, okay? You have all the solutions inside of you, and you must intuitively know that, but you're lacking the mental space and emotional freedom to explore your emotions and feelings and inner journey in a way that leads you to answers and solutions, okay? So the message I'm getting is two messages. It's two different messages. So there's a group of people that they don't have anyone. So that group of people, you might not find the right person to do this with right away. But one thing you can start doing is journaling. Okay, I'm getting something strong about journaling and sort of putting everything out there as if you were sending a letter to some kind of imaginary wonderful friend that meets all these needs that you can't seem to have to meet with current people in your life. Okay, that's for one group of people. Then there's another group of people that this message is for, that there's someone in their life that they are not considering for this, but they are definitely available for that. And it might be someone that is closer to you than you realize, is more available than you realize, but you haven't thought of them as a possibility. And the reason you haven't thought of them as a possibility is because it's like you're not close to them enough or something. But what I'm getting is like this person is a natural at doing this, and so they would be there for you, but you would have to take a leap of faith and sort of go with your instincts, because if this message is for you, you might have gotten an instinct when you heard me say that of who I'm talking about in your life. So there's someone that is not, maybe you've never done this with before because they're not that close yet, but is someone that is in your life and someone that could be there for you if you went for it, right? And it would be safe. And so for those people, it might be better to do that long term because you need this. But in either case, the journaling thing is also going to be really helpful. So hopefully this helps somebody.